So Hololive EN just opened up their auditions again, and there might be some nuances you might have missed. Stick around to find out about them, as well as learn how to maybe pass the Hololive auditions. Stick around and find out. Okay, so you've stuck around and found out. So Hololive this time has opened up auditions and perhaps here to stay. So before we get on to those differences in particular, I want to cover a few things first. So first off, how to succeed at Hololive apps is the whole point of this video, but we'll get there slowly eventually. First off, before we even talk about how to pass, we have to ask, what do we currently know about Hololive applications? First off, through confirmation through Kiara and some other folks, the bodies, i.e. the models, are pre-made and then later assigned to people that fit the voice and character best. That kind of means that if you don't get, you can sound however you like, and you might not even like your own voice, but if your voice is perfect for the model, they might just pick you anyways. That your character, your persona, how you act, all of that matters it's all about trying to find the right fit. It's not about your own character and what you want to bring to the table when it comes to world building, but more, does your personality fit what they possibly have? So logically, you can kind of just target one specific type of anime trope, such as a tsundere or kudere, and you might actually just get it completely happenstancely at random. But that's not just it, but that's one of the major factors. Second off, you have unique, oh gosh, I went all the way down. You have unique yet diverse talents. So a good example is Calliope's rapping. Kiara's understanding of idol culture, Ina's professional level drawing skills, things like that. Ame is really good at tech. Gura has the pipes of a god and a meme queen. You have a large diversification of talents that you can cover other people's as well as they support yours, but also you have your own to bring to the table. If you have a unique skill, speed reading, literary analysis, that could potentially be something they're looking for. What if their next character they want to bring out is a librarian? You don't know. So highlight the skills that you think you have, especially the ones that you think you uniquely have, but also show you can do things like just talk, to sing, and other kind of talents. Are you a god gamer? Maybe they want a god gamer. You don't know. They have Hololive gamers. Next up, they like persistence. From Ollie and Nene, they have both reported to have applied at least 4 or 5 times each. It got to the point for Ollie that asking her standard questions just didn't matter because she's already answered all of them. They already knew her, so they just had a conversation with her and they liked what they saw, brought her in. Boom. Nene, she applied 5 times and she was going to go apply for 10 before eventually giving up. But if we didn't have those two being super persistent, we might not have either of them. That'd be terrible. We'll have Ollie and Nene? Gosh. Okay, next up. They care a lot about your ability to talk. Not necessarily what you're talking about, but to show that you care about it and you're passionate. A good example is Ina, during her application, spoke that she said that she spoke about she wanted her stream to be like candy, and she described her favorite candy and the kind of candy she liked. She talked about food the entire time, and they're like, you know what? I could listen to this girl talk for 4 hours. Let's hire her. Bam, done. So, from what we're aware of concerning Iris, they really like lore, storytelling, and world building. Particularly in Omega and in Gen 2, they really hammed up the lore elements. And Omega is likely to be one person that is looking through the applications. They definitely want to see that you have some kind of lore or character that you can act out. You can at least be what they want you to be. It's to note that the lore that you bring in might not be what they use, but it's certainly lore you need to be able to show that you can roleplay effectively. Yago, in particular, this like separate gens, even though the application has a separation of potentially has like they potentially have Holo Stars or Holo En. They like to separate boys and girls, but that's Yago. Omega isn't Yago. We don't necessarily know what Omega is planning. Omega could totally be planning to have like the next generation be a mixed group. We're not necessarily certain. Okay, other things to note that's really important to cover. Just because it has male as gender does not necessarily mean they're seeking dudes. Perhaps Gen 2 apps had dude as an option, but obviously Hololive Gen 2 didn't end up having any dudes actually, and they didn't make a Holostars EN yet, so we're not really sure where they're gonna go with that. So just because the application is currently right now, if you scroll all the way down, if you scroll all the way down here, click applications, it's not gonna, it might not be the case at all. But we're absolutely hoping it does something, but you can't be sure. Okay, before we get back under there, more other things to note. It doesn't have a deadline anymore. The application right here originally for Gen 2, it said, March something. It wanted you to have all your application done by March. This does not have anything anymore. But what does that exactly mean? So what it means in our case, is that these are now general applications. What does it mean to have a general application? It means that they're not building a gen necessarily in one go. They're not trying to grab bag for like 5 people from one thing and just go with it. So it means you can apply every 3 months and you'll be contacted in one. Contacted in one of them. So whenever you're able to apply. It's gonna really help, hopefully, because remember, they like persistence. So how they're gonna end up handling this, it could be either they debut one at a time, kind of like Iris. This is extremely unlikely because of Hololive's idol culture, and they focus on generations and group and teammates. It's extremely unlikely. Or they stockpile/filter talent on hold, which is more likely, far more likely, meaning they'll fill out a gen slowly and debut once everyone is ready. A problem with this form, however, is that this form is currently sent to single response only, and it's the same form that they use for the Gen 2 apps. If you applied for the second gen, and you log in using your same email, you cannot apply again, despite it saying reapplications is possible every 3 months. So they need to uncheck the little box in their Google Forms, because this is the same form they use for Gen 2. They need to uncheck the box to say that multiple responses are okay. I don't know how they're going to fix this or how they're going to handle it, but if you want applications you're going to want to do that. For you, what this means is just use an alt email. Use an alt email, submit an application. Also, try to record a different video every time. I'm pretty sure they won't want you to just spam them with the same application over and over again. Show them something different each time. Major notes to talk about. I talked about this a little bit earlier, but you want to apply at every opening, and that's every 3 months. Remember the persistence thing. You want to fill the niche tropes and voices, because there's going to be, the body's already there for you to inhabit. You just need to prove that you're the right person for the right fit. And you want to have a diverse or highly niche set of skills. For example, me, I like tabletop RPGs and other things like that. Are there other tabletop RPG VTubers? Not necessarily. I have a little bit of an edge. Not that I would, they would pick me, but like whatever. Numbers do help, but they aren't necessarily required. Subaru and others are a very strong example. Subaru was just some random girl that wanted to join a new company and didn't understand anime or VTubing or otaku culture, but she was very, very friendly and very, very welcoming. So you want to definitely focus on being able to talk again. The numbers absolutely help, because that shows your commitment to doing long-term work, but also it shows your capability of captivating an audience. I think Hololive, that's really, really important. I think those are all my notes. And that's Hololive. You want to get it? You want to get into Hololive? Show that you can be the right fit. And you want to have heart and persistence. You want to keep going. Even if they say no, you just apply again 3 months later. Perhaps you'll be the one. Numbers don't matter that much, and you want to show that you have a set of skills they'd be interested in. You need to be able to bring something to the table. It's not just them trying to help you. You need to show that you are someone worth watching. Anyways, I think that's everything I wanted to cover. I stream on Twitch. Fucking oh god, I shouldn't have sworn. So here, I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/DiceQueenD. Hi. By the way, that's me, MD. 4 easy steps to being a Hololiver. Alright,